Thank you.
All right, we'll circle back to the recreation.
Yeah, he did not give me anything, so I don't have anything.
Old business. The tenant registration ordinance. Any thoughts, comments from council on that?
Exactly, want to say something?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I gave everybody a paper, okay, from the York Earned Income, this. Mike, do you want one? I have an extra one, would you like it?
Sure, if you can pass it up, I appreciate that.
And here's the extra one of those.
Thank you.
I'll just look for yours. Okay, I did this, and according to, if you look in the paper 2025, according to, if I read this right, we are not losing that much money, but at the same time, we have a lot of people that retired or they moved out, okay? And like I said, that's, and then this other paper I printed out also, but I don't know, I'm still totally against it. Because I feel as though if this here, the people that rent, their employer should be telling the York Earned Income. And to me, it seems like they want us to do the job for them. Like, you know, go through, find the renters and whatever. That is my opinion. They should be doing this, not us, okay? That they need to go and find out who needs to file income tax. And in other words, if you work in York or wherever, or even in Maryland, that employer should be sending it back to York County. That should not be our job to do the job for them, and that's my opinion, is they want us to do the job for them.
Okay, thank you.
Well, I'll say I am still for it. Tenant registry and inspections for that matter. I don't think I have any support. So I am good. I think we spent enough time on it. I'm good to drop it, and I'm fine with moving on from that.
Greg, Sherry?
Yeah, I'm kind of with Mark. I mean, if we're not gonna tie it to any inspection, if we just do this registration, I'm not for it.
I think it's unnecessary. Just one thing leads to the next, just more control from the government. I just don't think it's necessary.
I think the registry is a fine, it's fine. I wouldn't have a problem with that. I wouldn't want anybody to have to go as far as to do any registration or any inspection. But I do see some advantages in having the registry as a community, and for certain things to be enforced on properties. If I would rent a property, I wouldn't have a problem knowing that I signed a registry to say I live here.
Everybody good with taking it off here?
Yep.
We don't need a motion for that?
You wouldn't need a motion to move forward. If you're just gonna drop it, you don't
Right.
need a motion.
Okay. We'll drop it. Vacancies on the zoning hearing board?
I did forward an email to everyone, did receive email from Jessica Vallis, who asked that council consider her to be appointed to serve on the zoning hearing board. And if, currently we have Jolene McDonald and Greg Bonas, which would fill the zoning hearing board.
I guess, my only question, this ties into new business. Which one's the more important one? Because I assume there's going to be a planning commission vote eventually for the.
No, we talked about that. Planning commission is not required to review this plan.
Okay.
Yeah. It's ideal if they do, but we don't have a functional planning commission.
Okay.
So between the zoning hearing board and the planning commission most likely would see the most activity.
Yeah.
than the zoning hearing board.
And this subdivision, I assume, wasn't talked about, there's no variances being requested or anything.
No.
So the zoning, it wouldn't necessarily have to go to the zoning
Yeah,
hearing board either.
And I received Jessica's email. I didn't talk to her. I don't know if she had an interest in planning instead of zoning, or it doesn't, yeah.
And to my knowledge, is there anybody else interested?
The person that I had mentioned the last two meetings that expressed some interest actually got back to me today and said, she believes she's going to pass at this point in time, so.
I have a question. You say it doesn't need to be reviewed by the Borough Planning Commission. Does it still need to be reviewed by the County Planning Commission?
Yeah, and we'll talk about that when we get to that, yes.
Thoughts on the vacancy? Anyone interested?
Did you have a preference, zoning or planning?
Whichever, I guess zoning.
Okay.
Thank you.
Well, just one thing, from a legal point of view, anybody who is on the zoning hearing board, as we learned with Tina's issue, may not serve in any other elective or appointive office of the borough.
I guess it's okay that I'm not elected then.
So it's just, I'm just making sure that everybody understands that there's a little more flexibility with planning. And for the zoning hearing board, you do have to submit a statement of financial interest. Planning, you don't, just to make sure you understand that. Some people don't do that.
You just need a motion to put it on?
Yes. Yeah, and that would actually be, the term that's remaining would be through December 31 of '29.
Thoughts, comments, motions?
So what did she have to, she wanted to be on the zoning
Yep.
hearing board?
Yes.
So we need a motion.
Yes, sir.
I will make a motion for Jessica to be appointed to the zoning hearing board.
Got a motion by Gary,
I'll second.
second by Mark. All in favor? Opposed?
Technically, that's a motion to approve the resolution, because she has to
Okay.
be put on by resolution. That's just for the minutes.
And then nothing new for planning commission? We talked
No,
about that?
no, we still have 3 vacancies on that. So we need at least one to have a functional planning commission. We have 2 that are already appointed.
And
For a full planning commission, we need 5. But if we get at least one, then we'll have at least a functional planning commission.
Is that something that somebody on the council could actually?
It is, yes.
Two members of council may be on a 5-member planning commission.
Is there 0 members of council on it right now?
Correct.
And what does that, I guess, how much time and how much energy does that request? I mean,
Very rare meetings.
It's rare. It's they meet monthly as needed.
right.
I can't, it's probably been
I think,
4 months since we last met. So.
yeah, and I think in the 20-some years that I've been the solicitor, I think we've had 5 planning commission meetings.
Yeah, they're few and far between.
One was held without me because the prior manager didn't know that I was supposed to be there, but we won't hold that against.
Okay.
The zoning officer, rather, not you. That was Harry Smith.
All right, any other old business that's not on there? All right, new business.
We have, I did give everybody a copy of the Runkle subdivision.
Mr. Connor's here.
Yeah. Oh, that's, okay. Didn't know he was here. I don't know if you want to address council?
Yeah, my name's Clark Cromer. I'm a surveyor for the subdivision plan. And basically what this is, there's already 2 existing lots here, and each lot has its own house on it. And what's being proposed is adding additional land to the rear lot, which is lot 2. Basically, lot 3A is being taken from the front lot, which is shown as lot 3. So the finished lot 2 would be 76,687 square feet, and lot 3 would end up being 25,513 square feet. Presently, the lot 2 had no road frontage, and it just has a driveway that goes back through existing Lot 3. And so what we're doing with this subdivision, by adding the extra land, we're also adding the 15-foot wide strip to include that driveway so that they don't need a right-of-way, there's no problems down the road with the front lot trying to keep them from entering their lot.
Well, now, isn't the current lot a flag lot? You said it's
Now,
right.
the current lot is landlocked.
Well, that's not what your plan shows.
This was mine for
Oh.
illustrative purposes. Did they not have a right-of-way across there?
It's, I don't think it's shown on the original subdivision plan.
Mike, did you have a right-of-way across there?
I think,
Don't know.
I can't believe that the borough would have approved a landlocked property without at least a right-of-way.
My concern is, I was under the impression that the flag lot was already there, because if it's not, then they would have to have a variance from the zoning hearing board for flag lot, because our ordinance doesn't allow it. I was under the impression from your drawing that the flag lot was pre-existing.
here's the
Understanding as
original
well.
subdivision that created it. It shows a 15-foot piece, but it's not, it doesn't show what, it's not
Well,
shown as a flag lot.
well, I think it is, because you're using the double dashes here. Isn't that the property line?
Yeah, that's
What is
typically
what
you
is the
use.
deed, what does the deed say?
The deed just calls out this here and doesn't mention,
Doesn't mean the deed was written, right? It says private drive.
Well, yeah, but
you know,
it's
50
also,
foot,
you've got the deed with, you've got the line with the two dashes, which would be which should be a
Yeah.
property line.
so maybe that was the intent, that would be the property line, but it's not, the description does not come out there. Description just.
Well, irregardless, lot two was permitted by subdivision in 1975, so it was legally allowed by the borough, and the access is here, so it's pre-existing. I'm fine then. I mean, if that would have been just a totally landlocked lot, I'd have a problem with it. But I also think probably that when the deed was done, that should have included the flagpole, but it
Right.
didn't. All right, I'm okay now again.
So we don't need to go through a variance now.
No.
So what does he need from us tonight?
Well, the first thing we need to do is go through the comments.
Okay.
Now, we don't need to go through them comment by comment. I reviewed the plan, I looked at the comments. There's 5 items that appear to need waivers. The first one, I gave everybody a copy. They're marked green on your sheet. It's comment 3, which is, these comments are from the borough engineer, James R. Holly and Associates, which simply has to do with the size of the plan set, you know.
Yeah, this is a typical size plan.
Right, and they note that as well. Our ordinance calls for 22 by 36, the sheet measures 24 by 36, so that would be a waiver. The other one is the location map drawn at a scale 1 inch equals 1,000 feet. I did get a revised plan from Mr. Cromer, but it was late this afternoon, so I haven't had a chance.
Yeah, I did do that.
You did do
Yeah.
that, so that one's not required.
So number 4's been resolved.
Okay.
Okay.
Number 5, I assume you didn't go through all that, because normally when there's no construction involved or no development, it's normally waived. I don't know if you did anything with that.
No, I didn't,
Okay.
I do want to show the sewer and the water. I'm trying to find out, does the borough have plans for the sewer?
For public sewer?
Yeah, public sewer there.
Yeah,
Okay.
we do.
I just wanted to see them just to confirm before I put that on the plan.
But this talks about, showing on the plan, tree masses and things such as that, but there's no development planned. So typically, that would be a waiver item. And the other one would be 11, and again, maybe you added this, the clear sight triangle for the two driveways.
No, I need to add that, yeah.
Okay. But that again's a typical waiver, but if you're gonna add it, that's fine.
Yeah, I could, I'll easily. add
Okay. And then, the other one is, talking about the flag lot. The,
If it's-
and that's
Pre-existing.
pre-existing,
therefore,
so.
we don't have to deal with it.
Yeah, so that would not be one. So really, we're down to two. So it'd be number 3 and number 5 on the James R. Holly and Associates letter dated February 26th, 2026. So we should act on those first.
Act on the waivers.
The two waivers, yeah. Get those approved if council deems it.
Questions?
Did you say that there's no development plan, like there's nothing for 3A, that's not going to be a house?
No,
at all?
that's going, it's an add-on lot, so that's going to become part of the deed of lot
So it's just to
2.
make Mike Runkles larger
Correct.
and Lloyd Runkles smaller?
Smaller, correct.
Okay,
Yep.
thank you.
So we would need a motion of council and agreement to approve the waiver request, which is item 3 for the sheet size, and item 5, which is showing all the man-made features, including, trees and shrubs and all that, so.
Because there's no construction.
There's nothing planned for any development.
I'll make a motion to approve the waiver for number 3 and number 5 on the subdivision plan for Mike Runkle.
Got a motion by Greg, a second by Mark. Questions on the motion, anybody? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Now, as far as the rest of the comment letter, we already talked about, most of these other items need to be added. What I would recommend to council is, if you're okay with this plan, is that it would be conditionally approved, given that all the comments outlined in the James R. Holly Associates January 26th review letter, as well as those from the York County Planning Commission, are all addressed prior to recording the plan.
Addressed and satisfied.
Correct.
Now, Todd, I just have a couple of substantive questions now we got through the waiver. Lot 3 is still compliant with the zoning ordinance in terms of lot size and lot width?
That is correct, yes.
Okay.
Yep.
And now the other thing, Mr. Cromer, I'm just questioning, your proposal would put an existing barn and part of the driveway coming across the Lloyd Runkle property on the property that's being transferred to Mike. Are you gonna do some sort of an easement to allow continued use for the lot 2 to the barn, or how's that gonna work?
No. No, lot 2 would not have,
Well, no, this barn is being moved, the barn was on lot 3.
Yeah.
And it's being moved to lot 2, so your access to the barn is gonna be on the driveway across lot 3.
no, he would access the barn from up here.
Okay, all right.
Yep.
Yeah, I see what you're saying, Mike.
And
If at some point that property is not owned, then you just have to drive through your yard somewhere, and on lot access and wouldn't be able to use it.
is the plan going to be further revised with some of the things that we've talked about tonight?
I have to add.
Then I would suggest that a note be put on the plan that simply says that approval of this plan does not give any type of easement or right-of-way to the existing barn across lot 3. That way it's on the plan. If somebody wants to do that privately later on down the road, that's fine, but I just want to make sure. I run into that a couple times where you show things on the plan and that does not take the place of a private easement.
you want to, so it does not allow access from lot 3?
Well, approval of this plan is not, how did I say that? Approval of the plan does not create any type of private, or does not create any type of easement for access to the existing barn across Lot 3.
Okay.
You're showing existing features there and there now, but we just want to make sure that somebody looks at the plan, doesn't think, yeah, I've got a right to go up there because of what's on the plan.
Right.
And I also agree with Todd. Most of these corrections are technical and easily done, and if we're not dependent on any other governmental approvals, so if you want to make a conditional approval with the condition that the plan not be recorded until everything's resolved in accordance with those letters, you can do it.
Questions, comments, motions from council?
So we need a motion to conditionally approve the subdivision with the said, all the changes.
Yeah, as long as everything's addressed and satisfied in that James R. Holly letter, as well as York County Planning Commission review letter.
I make that motion.
Got a motion by Gary,
Second.
second by Deb. Questions, comments on the motion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. All right. Any other new business? Okay. We will go to the treasurer's report. Everybody had a chance to review that? Questions?
I just want to make one quick comment if I
Yeah,
can.
absolutely.
You probably saw the med ed bill for our street light out here was estimated at $3,500. When they installed it, I always was with the understanding when you, at least that's my experience, Ben, if you put in a work order, they give you the cost and you have to sign off on that once they have a final cost for it. So I had made the phone call and said, hey, where's this at? Well, the lady called me back and said, I'm sorry, it's on my desk here. We'll get moving on that. And then the very next day, the street light was up. We never saw any cost estimate. So then we get this bill for $4,321. And I sent an email back to this individual and said about, we received the invoice in the amount of $4,300. The process has been over a year ago, and estimate was given of $3,500, and asked to get an explanation as to why it's significantly higher. So to get that answer, I'll let you know.
Nothing else more on the treasurer's report. I will take a motion to approve, accept, and file statement for audit, and for the treasurer to pay any regular bills until the next meeting.
Second that.
Got a motion by Andrew, second by Mark. All in favor? Opposed? Secretary's report.
Real quickly, I'm trying to get street sweeping lined up with New Freedom Borough, looking at Wednesday, April 22nd, and a rain date Thursday, April 23rd, but I haven't heard back from them yet. Just a reminder, the Pennsylvania State Association of Boroughs, their annual conference is coming up. It's May 31st to June 3rd at the Hershey Lodge. So if there's any council members or the mayor that want to attend, let me know. We still have a little time, good bit of time, but anyway, keep that in mind. The York County Liberty Tree is scheduled to be planted on April 11th in each municipality. I guess we just need to find a place that's suitable here on the borough grounds. So we'll have to take a look at that before the 11th. And then the last thing I have then is the York County Boroughs Association is having their quarterly dinner meeting March 26th, and it's actually going to be here at the Valley Tavern. So anyone that's on council or the mayor interested in attending, please let me know no later than March 19th. That's all I have.
All right, one thing back to the street sweeping. If anybody sees that on Facebook and any of their neighbors that normally park on the road, if they can just remind them, friendly, hopefully maybe they can move and we can get all the parking spots done straight through. It looks a lot better when they come through and it's easier for them. Mayor's report.
Well, I guess, first off, I mean, I would like council's approval to attend the PSAB conference, and that way I know I can make reservations for hotels and all that, but, I mean, I know that's in the budget, so hopefully that's okay. Again, I reiterate the York, County Boroughs Association, speaker is the executive director from the SPCA. It could be an interesting meeting, as we know, boroughs all municipalities in York County may face a significant bill coming up from the SPCA. And now I think this is our chance to hear what they have to say, what they're thinking, so it might be a good, it's in the neighborhood, so I also think a good showing is also appreciated. I guess the big thing too, everybody heard about the early warning system that the county has finally got their permits for. I guess they announced it on Friday. You had 3 trucks that hit the bridge today. 2 of them backed up. 2 of them, I understand, hit it and backed up and left. The 3rd one, of course, I mean, hopefully people saw pictures, took off the whole top windscreen. I think on that note, we know, I mean, I reiterated to Commissioner Buford numerous times, you know, here, and hopefully through my conversation with the Daily Record. I'm not naive, and I don't think anybody sitting at these tables or in this room is naive to think that this is going to be 100% stop, because it's not. We all know that. I think anything that can be done that's financially sensible, and unfortunately at about $50,000, this is the most financially sensible option. And you know, it took a lot of legwork to get PennDOT to approve this. As far as we know, it's about the first one in South Central PA that's going to be put up. You know, so whether it's effective, but I think us as a borough, we need to look at, they have no plan on how these trucks are turning around. Absolutely none. I'm going to reiterate to the fire company that signage might be their best friend. Is it going to stop trucks from turning around in their lot? No, but I think then if they're there, they have some recourse to maybe go back to the county or the state and say, hey, you know, you got to do something. I think us as a borough, we may want to look at signage, especially on Cherry Street, no left turn, no outlet. You know, on this side, because I mean, like I said, seeing it firsthand, I've seen tractor trailers up behind Juanita, the Dinsmore's house, thinking they can get around. They obviously ignore the no outlet sign. So, I mean, it's something that the street committee, I think, may want to look at, you know, like we did up on, I guess would that be College on the top side of Cherry Street. You know, I think anything's going to be helpful. I also, this one out here, basically it's going to be on McGrew's property. It's only going, this one's only hanging halfway across the roadway. So on the south side, southbound direction lane, you know, I think, yeah, and I think when they decide to put the other one on, we need to look again at Maple Street. We already have a weight limit restriction, but we know all the trucks don't abide by that. But also the county may have some say in that with the White Bridge down there, because that is a weight limit, even though I guess they are supposedly replacing that here eventually. But, you know, we all know it's a narrow street. It's our street. You know, it's our cost for any trucks that go, you know, and when I say our cost, it's the residents' cost, you know, for repair. So I think we got some time here. I mean, You know, we might see as soon as it warms up, a concrete footer go in out here, but I mean, he's expecting 4 to 6 months until the actual headache bar, whatever you want, overhead clearance device, I think is what they're calling it, comes into play. So I think it's something that, you know, the street committee should look upon, and, you know, as we get some more information, or when I request some more information, hopefully, you know, because like I said, I mean, it was sprung on me, I think it was sprung on us. And again, you know, I didn't hear a single word until he called me on Wednesday and said, oh yeah, PennDOT came through with the permit.
I got a question, but just fill everybody in on exactly what's happening, and where it's going, because nobody, I don't know if
Exactly.
anybody on council even knew
Well-
other than you.
Well-
We just, it
and-
came out, I didn't know nothing about it.
Well, and like
Yeah,
I said,
what exactly are we putting in? Is there gonna be a flashing light to?
Yes.
that was
That's what I heard
news,
too, a flashing light.
Well,
So where are they
that's
gonna be
what-
at? I mean,
yeah.
We don't know.
well, and that was news to me, because he never mentioned that when I talked to him on Wednesday. You know, I mean, it's going to be, in my understanding, the overhead clearance bar light, it's gonna
But
have,
with the bar and the lights.
Yes.
Don't you think there's gonna be a lot less people turning around with
Oh.
that than what there is now?
But if they hit them, they're gonna still have to go through and turn around.
I'm just saying, right now, they're going through
Probably
and
will be
turning
less,
around. If
yeah.
you got a bar up there and lights, most people are gonna see that. I mean, there's
well, you would
gonna
hope, I'm not,
be, there's
yeah,
gonna be a couple sneaking
Yeah.
through, but,
yeah, I mean, I'm
I think it's
saying,
gonna be a lot less.
yes, and I think that's,
So as far as,
yes.
as far as signage and stuff, I don't know.
I mean, it's something we can look at though.
Yeah.
The one on College Avenue doesn't help. I mean, the tractor trailer driver come down, Jerry
Yeah.
Street. So I mean, we got signage up there that doesn't help
Yeah,
half the times.
well, I mean, I
If you
think,
can't read it and you
Yeah.
don't understand it, you're not gonna, you're just.
I'm just, yeah, I mean,
follow
I'm
your
throwing
GPS.
out, I'm throwing out ideals that also, protects, the parking lots that are private property. Again, it's not really our concern, but at the same time, they are both entities in the borough, so.
That's why I can't believe that they didn't come to council.
Oh, I agree. And trust me,
sad. It's really
I
sad.
agree.
It is.
I agree, and I made Scott, like I said, the first time I heard about this, it was in November. I brought it to council in December with the information I had, and at that time, even the engineer had no clue what was going on when I talked to her. And I reiterated my, concerns with Scott, Commissioner Buford. I mean, again, in my opinion, this is his pet project that he can hang his hat on. But, like I said, I think something finally is better than what was going on. And I mean, as I know, we don't have any cost in this, so, I mean,
I'd say let him do it.
well, I
We're
mean,
not
yeah,
stopping.
we don't, again, we have no say.
We have no
in it.
say, yeah, we're
Yeah.
just talking about it. Hopefully,
I'm
we're
just
not.
trying to, again, I can definitely reiterate, to Scott, the commissioner here, that, we would, either him or the engineer, I think, do owe us maybe a visit before it goes in, and an update, and we can go from there. So I have no problem reaching back out to him and asking him to give us that courtesy at least.
But now they already know what they're doing and where they're putting it, so we have no input on what they're doing.
I
So
understand,
let's-
I understand, and like I said, it's, it's gotta go on this side of the intersection, but again, it's, and I raised the concern about there's deliveries that go to the restaurant in tractor trailer, and I said, so you tell them they have to hit it? Do they?
Or go around the other.
And that's what
Is that a safety issue?
Well, and that's what I said, but you're telling they either go slow enough and hit it and drive under it, or they wait till no traffic and bypass around it. And again, he was silent,
Yeah, we're not gonna
so.
hit it. It's gonna, same thing's gonna happen that happened to the ferry on that one that went through there.
I get it, my understanding it is just, it's hanging chains with like a, he mentioned it was like, it looked like PVC pipes hanging from the bottom of them, like individual, like hanging, when you think of hanging bells, I don't know, but,
Like when you enter a parking garage.
yeah,
In
but
the
it's
city.
gonna be individual.
Right, but
Yeah.
same idea.
Yeah, you know, but then he said in the news article, it says panels, so I don't know what it's gonna, I have not seen a picture. It would have been wonderful if their PR firm would have released a picture or a concept design of it in the article, but that's,
No lateral connection exists.
well, that's beyond the fact, that's beyond the fact. I mean, they obviously,
Yeah, we're
well,
not gonna
I'm-
change anything that they're doing. They're
that's
doing it at
not,
this point.
I'm just, it doesn't, you know, I'm just following up with what I know and, you know, what you know, after tonight, I have no problem reaching back out to them and asking them to at least come and, you know, give us some better plan and outline.
Yeah, he said.
Other than that, I have
Just
nothing
recently,
else.
yeah.
Okay, and, back to what Doug asked about at the beginning of his speech. He wants a motion for him to go to the PSB.
Do we need to do
PSA.
that if it's in the budget?
I think we do, because we're spending them, yeah, it's on the budget line every
I
time,
just-
but we just,
I
yeah,
just-
I think.
Yeah, I will make that motion to approve Doug to make the necessary arrangements for him to attend the SAB conference.
Motion by Greg, second by Mark, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Liens are still at 3.
Yes.
Anything on the monthly report from the sewer?
The only two things that I saw, I did talk to Todd about, was that they had in their minutes that 150 Church Street was never collected or connected to the sewer, and Todd said he found that odd, but they're dealing with that. And if you'll notice that it also made comments that they felt that some of the rags that were clogging the one part of the sewer system were from an industrial use. And again, Todd's talking to them about that, so. The other thing too, is you look at your delinquent list, you have very, very few delinquents in this borough, which I think is a tribute to the people who are willing to pay their bills and serve their community. Much lower than the other municipalities I'm involved with.
Okay. And then, since Bill's here, we'll jump back to the recreation section.
YMCA update, the site work is being started at the facility for parking. Working with the engineering on some CAD drawings. Still looking at the month of May for an opening. We did not have a meeting since our last meeting that was here. Our next scheduled meeting is next Tuesday. And then as far as the playground committee, it's still moving forward. We have a fundraising effort going on with FundMe that Jess is spearheading. And also, I understand there's more information next month, but there's a local business that could be doing a fundraising effort for the playground coming up. We should have more information next month.
Thank you. Have anything else, Todd?
No.
Mike? No. Cheryl? Doug?
No, sir.
Gary?
The tree planting, what was that? You said they want to plant a tree on the borough property?
Yeah, this has been going on like a year and a half. 2 years, for the 250th. Every municipality, they want to plant a tree. Don't ask me what kind, because I don't remember. I can get that information, but, yeah. Yeah, I have that somewhere, but I don't recall.
I'm just curious what they were looking for there. Also, Todd, thanks for keeping up on the streetlights in town. I don't even know where we're at, as soon as you.
As far as-
I guess another one.
Yeah,
goes
that-
out.
We had 3 out, and then that following week we had 5.
Yeah.
So I don't know what was going on.
Have they been replaced?
There's a couple of them look like they're new streetlights, and they're like down there around 106.
Yeah.
That one's really bright.
Really great, yeah, they're
Yeah.
altogether different.
Yeah.
When they replace them, they were just plug in a whole new head unit to it.
Was
No,
there
'cause I
issues
don't-
with the electricity in the area, surges or anything?
I sent a letter, guy's name, or an email at Joe Stump, who's the municipal rep, and he's told me they're not aware of anything, so. I don't know, but our contract, if it's not up, it's about up, so those are all probably at least 10 years old.
Yeah.
So you
The other
probably
thing, they
put the-
did come in and refill or do some work, but they're around,
115.
yeah, 115 on Church Street there where they did, it's all sunken in again. Yeah. In fact,
Last time, I went by when he did, they just shoveled off blacktop and just drove over it, that was it. And they left. They didn't camp it or anything.
It's probably 5 or 6 inches deep.
Yeah. So-
Again today.
Again today,
Yeah, so who needs to be notified for that?
I'll contact the supervisor for PennDOT for this area.
Yeah, that's on both sides. It's on
Okay.
west and east now. The other, one more thing, the garbage, I guess everybody took notice our garbage bills weren't due on the 30th of the month, it was due on the 15th. So I just wanted to, everybody was aware of that. When you got it on the 11th and it was due the 15th, I doubt that any of them were paid one time. And are they going to keep the 15th as the due date now?
I don't know. I told Gary to email me, and I'm following up on that. They've changed some hands in there again,
Yeah.
so
I'm pretty
They're,
adamant about. getting my
musical chairs in
mail. He
there.
came on the 11th, it was due the 15th, that's cutting her close. All right, that's it, that's all I have.
Mark? Greg?
I do have some questions on the sidewalks. For one, I know PennDOT plow hit the curb and knocked the chunk out right between my property and neighbors, which is, I don't know, there's probably nothing we can do about that. But also cracking of the sidewalk. I know the neighbors where they butted it up against is existing, there's a chunk like about that big that is cracked around and it's actually lifting up.
Yeah, someone I think at 14 may have emailed me on church
I know
with the
my wife
same
said
issue,
something, too,
but
about she seen another crack when walking to get the girl.
Yeah,
off the bus. So,
there should be, I believe there's a 1-year maintenance. So when that 1 year's up, we'll go around with the engineer and do an inspection, and then they'll have to replace those sections, so.
I guess the curb
We'll do an
an
ex-
issue because PennDOT hit it.
Well, that'll be pointed out, and we'll let the contractor argue, about that, but can't make any promises on that one.
That's it.
Deb?
Oh, no.
Andrew?
No.
I have nothing. All right. Open back up for public comment. All right. Thank you, everybody, for coming.
Do you need a ride home tonight?